Hey guys, welcome back to another Tech Debt Repair video. In today's edition, we're going to be working on this 2015 MacBook Air. This is going to be a 1502 13-inch. This guy came in for a top case replacement. So we already swapped the battery, tried that. It unfortunately did not fix the issue. So we're going to swap the top case out. Hopefully that'll get the trackpad keyboard working in this unit again. As you can see, the bottom's already off. So we're going to go ahead and get right into this repair. So of course we're going to start by disconnecting the battery here, as well as the trackpad, the coax cable for the IO board here. We're going to unplug the cooling fan. We're going to go ahead and unfasten the webcam microphone, the MagSafe charging port, the LCD, the microphone array, the right-hand speaker, the keyboard, the Wi-Fi antennas. We're going to pop off these covers for the hinge screws, and there's going to be two more connectors under here. So that's going to be the speaker, as well as another cable for the IO board. Alright, now we're going to grab a T5 screwdriver. And we're going to go ahead and get the IO board coax cable out of the way, followed by the Wi-Fi card. Next, we're going to remove the SSD. Now we're going to unscrew the IO board on the left-hand side. The cooling fan. Now we're going to remove the logic board. And don't forget, when you're removing the logic board, you do have to unscrew the two screws that are keeping the MagSafe charging port to the top case. While we're at it, since this is a whole top case swap, we're going to go ahead and remove the two hinge ends for the LCD. And now we're going to fish out the logic board here, as well as the CPU cooling fan. So that's our logic board fully removed. We just have to pull out this rear IO board by using a T8 on that standoff screw. And to make it easier, I'm going to remove the T8 screws that are holding our webcam microphone and Wi-Fi antennas. And now I'm just going to remove all of the LCD hinge screws as well. Oh, looks like there's actually an SD card in here. Interesting. We'll leave that aside for now. We're going to go back to a T5 screwdriver and unfasten the speakers. And now we just have to pull the battery out. As well as our trackpad flex cable. Alright, so that's our battery removed. You can go ahead and set it aside. And now we're going to go ahead and open up the unit in order to get our LCD out of this old top case. We're going to set the top case aside, grab our new one, slot it in, and hold the hinges while we close it. And I'm only going to put one T8 at each of the locations. just to hold it. That way, in case this falls or anything happens, the LCD is not damaged. Alright, so the first thing we're going to install is going to be our logic board and our MagSafe. So what we're going to do is lay our MagSafe in first, roughly where it needs to go. Then we're going to take our old logic board. Make sure we don't cover up any of the cables as we slot it in here. Alright, so now that we have the LCD partially secured, we're going to go ahead and start by installing the left-hand IO board first. It can be pretty difficult to get this guy to go into place. Just go slow, take your time, and it'll end up just like that. So now we're going to take our T5 first and screw that screw in, and then this T8 standoff is going to go at the top. And now we can take our MagSafe charging port, slot that in, take our IO board, make sure we don't cover any of the cables, and slot that where it needs to go. Not quite in just yet. There we are. Make sure our keyboard cable does not get covered. And while I'm here, I'm just going to plug in our MagSafe charging port. Alright, now that that is done, before we go any further, we're just going to tilt up our logic board and slide our cooling fan underneath, making sure our cable does not get caught. And there we are. We're going to go ahead and plug in our cooling fan before we forget, as well as our IO board data cable. We're going to plug in the microphone array at the top. This cable on the right hand side. We're not going to plug in our LCD connector until we screw in the MagSafe, so that's all we can do for now. Looks like our keyboard cable got caught under, but we're going to plug that one in now. So now we're going to go ahead and take a T5 and screw in our logic board. We're going to screw in that T5 top screw on the standoff right by the IO board. And then we're going to take two T5s and secure the MagSafe where it needs to be. Then we're going to take the three screws that hold the CPU fan in. We're going to go ahead and plug in our Wi-Fi card and our SSD. Secure those down to the logic board. And now we're going to switch back to a T8 and finish securing the LCD to the top case. Now we're going to go ahead and first plug in our Wi-Fi microphone. Our webcam microphone, followed by our Wi-Fi. Now we're going to go ahead and plug in our LCD. We're going to go ahead and install our right and left speakers. Now we can install our coax cable for the IO board, as well as the pretension brackets for them. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our battery and reinstall our battery, starting on the right hand side here. We're just going to press down to make sure everything's fully seated and adhered to the top case. Now we're going to go ahead and install and then plug in our Trackpad flex cable. And if you guys are looking for any tools or parts you see in the video, check us out at TechTep.com or check out the links in the description below. If you're interested in a mail-in repair or a data recovery service, also check us out at TechTep.com. Now we're going to install that last retention bracket and its 2 T5 screws. We're going to put our end caps for our display back on, along with the T5 screws that come included. As well as our covers for the LCD hinge screws. Now we can go ahead and plug the battery back in. And before we put the bottom case on, we're going to go ahead and give the unit power and make sure everything works. So the battery is charging correctly. The unit has turned on. Let's just make sure our trackpad and keyboard work. Alright, looks good to me. Everything's working as it should. Let's go ahead and shut it down, and we will grab the bottom cover and put it on. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and place this bottom cover on. Take our pentalobe screws and secure them into place. There are 2 shorter ones. They do go in the center at the top. The rest do not matter where they go. Alright, so that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and with the help of the community, we'll make sure to assist you. If you saw any parts or tools you need in the video, check us out at TechTep.com or click the link below for mail-in repairs. See you guys in the next episode.